what you do best.
What's that?
Hunt.
Keep practicing.
Who is he? I don't know. He's a new recruit. I don't even know his name.
He possessed great skills.
Stick around.
Hey, what's up guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection, back with another video. Welcome to my channel, welcome to the game room, back with another one. Very excited as always. This is going to be, I think, Video Game Pickups 94. It's been a while since I dropped a video. Found a bunch of stuff, action figures, video games, a piece of clothing like a hoodie, which is a really cool thing. I think you guys will enjoy that, and I got that for a really great deal. Nothing from the wild, nothing too crazy, but I did find a few games, stuff that I am going to play and enjoy, of course, and that's what it's all about as far as for me when it comes to collecting stuff. But anyway, you guys still know the drill. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drinks and snacks, and hope you guys enjoy the content. I'm going to get right into it. So first off, I think I'm going to start with the store pickups. Lately, I've been really getting into the action figure stuff a lot more than I used to, and I'm really enjoying it. Actually going out into the stores and trying to hunt these things down. It's been pretty fun, kind of frustrating every now and then, but I try it not to get to me. But yeah, it's been really fun, having a blast with all of it. So I got some stuff from, actually one thing from Best Buy, a few things from Target, nothing from Walmart as far as I don't think. And I'm looking for those Turtle of Grayskull exclusive deluxe figures. Ever since these Turtle of Grayskull figures did come out, I have not been coming across anything at Walmart. I don't know if they're not getting it, or again, if I'm getting beat to the punch, or whatever the case may be. But it's been fun, man. Like I said, it took a while for me to get the certain things that I really want in my collection, but yeah, it's been fun. So I'm gonna get right into it. Like I said, first thing I'm gonna start off with is some Hot Wheels, actually, and this is a Target that is a smaller Target and usually doesn't have like those sought after figures like the new Turtles stuff or anything like that. And it seems like they're not carrying any, but every now and then I stop by and check just in case. I did find a couple of really cool Hot Wheels Mario Kart. As you can see where my Windex is waving, I got them all right there in the back on the wall. So at this point I got over 20, which is, it looks amazing. I love it. You know, again, it gives it that video game vibe. So I found a variant which is very interesting, and there's a lot of these. And I found Bowser in a Bad Wagon, which is this pink car. So it's a pink cart actually, or the cars that they drive, which is really cool. So the one I have, I think it's a standard cart, and there's a lot of these characters that have like 4 or 5 even sometimes, or around there, maybe like up to 4 at most. With different cart variants. And there's also a dry bone Bowser, which I'm looking out for. I don't know if they're going to have those in the stores. Those are probably like from later years that has been passed, but you never know. Anyway, so yeah, I found that, which is really cool. Bowser in a Bad Wagon, and it's like a pinkish car, which is really cool. Anyway, now this one, as far as it goes, I've been looking out for this one for a very, very long time. To me, it's been kind of like a unicorn to try to find this one. And I have the green, the blue, and the light blue one of the Yoshis. And I finally found Red Yoshi, which is very cool. And this one was very difficult to find. It took me, I don't know, it's been probably years that I've been collecting these, and it's not like at first I was after them to like collect Hot Wheels, and I like to the uh, crossover or whatever they call it between where it's like two different things, and it's video game related, so that's why. Otherwise, I don't really collect Hot Wheels. So I really like Mario Kart a lot, and again, it gives it that video game vibe. So they look really cool, and yeah, man, these are gonna go up there. So I gotta do a lot of reorganizing and adjusting. So yeah, I got Red Yoshi and I got Bowser with a uh, different cart with a cart variant, however you want to say that. Let's put that over there, make some room over here. Get some water, gonna stay hydrated. No, another hot day. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Next. Alright, I'm gonna show these. These are really cool, which I was not expecting. Now, a lot of times I do go to Target and stuff like that, guys, and I don't find anything at all, but this particular day was very interesting. There's a further one that is not too far away, but it's not that close either, so it's a little bit of a drive. And I found one of different figures and like different locations, which was cool on this day. And I think I found this one first, which is really cool, and I'm really after the other ones because again these things scream and give out that like 80s and 90s vibe, man. I love it. So I found Skateboard and Mike, which is Michelangelo, and this is like the sports series where there's Touchdown Toss and Leo, a Skateboard and Mike, which this is the one I got, obviously. Very nice condition. A lot of times these cardboards they get bent and really folded up really badly. And a lot of times it's like, oh, should I get it? Should I not? And if it's really badly damaged, I don't know. I guess during shipping it gets messed up or people drop it. I don't know what happens, but this is in very, very tic tac condition. So, yeah, this is the 40th anniversary skateboarding Mike. And there's also, like I said, the football Leo touchdown, TD tossing Leo, which is touchdown, I'm assuming, obviously. And there's the basketball one, which is slam dunking Don and shell kicking Raph. Yeah, man. Just the back cardboard again. It's beautiful. Love it. Love that art. As I'm really into basketball, really looking out for the slam dunking Don. I want them all just to have that complete set. And Raph being my favorite turtle of them all. And it's pretty cool, the touchdown one with Leo with the football theme. So yeah, very awesome. And as far as I know, even like the old school one, like a loose, um, what's it called? The basketball slam dunking Donatello one. That's a really sought after one. And then the Donatello one, there's like a white jersey variant, which is very sought after. So that's pretty cool too. Anyway, yeah. So I got that. Um, Skateboarding Mike. And I also picked this up, which I was really looking after this. And it's these Jack. What was it? Hold on. Jack's Pacific. There we go. It didn't come to mind. I was just looking for that. But there's also I believe, a Super Monkey Ball one. Not really after that one. I don't really care for that. But there's also an Altered Beast one, which is really cool. I'm looking out for that one too. But I did find Axel from Streets of Rage. The funny thing was, man, when I went to grab this, I guess these particular ones are kind of pricier. I wasn't expecting it. Some guy on YouTube I was watching, he was saying these are like $10 or something. Or in my area, they're more expensive. Or I don't know what happened with that. But either way, I was still going to get it. I can care less because I love this stuff. But it was not the case. It was not $10. It was a little bit more than that. But anyway, I did get that beautiful figure. Gonna put this by the Sega shelf, so it's gonna look pretty cool over there. Obviously, I don't open these because it just looks even better in my opinion in the original packaging. And the packaging is also great. So it does come with axle, and it has this grand uppercut effect. It kind of looks like a Hadouken flame, uh, in a way, but when he does that little move where you're fighting with him, and it has that flame there, that obviously if you open this, that probably attaches to his arm, which would be badass, but very cool. And then in the back, there's like a video game screenshot of where he's doing that move. Uh, One of the all-time, I would say, hands down classic beat 'em up, Streets of Rage. So yeah, Axel action figure, very cool. Really, really happy that I found those. And again, man, they're really difficult to find a lot of these things, even though they're like newer, obviously things that are coming out. People are actually buying this stuff, or I don't know. Anyway, next thing, again, this was the furthest one. Actually, I'm going to show that afterwards. Next thing I'm going to show is this, which I actually came across this one time, and this is one of the usual targets that I go to every now and then. Sometimes I go on a daily basis, and just to check with the turtle figures or whatever's new or anything that I want to pick up. But I found like two of them, and I was like, oh, I'll probably come back and pick them up. And then after I went for like probably a week or close to 2 weeks, I couldn't find nothing. And out of the blue one day, I was like, you know what? I want to go. Something like came within me, or I don't know. It was just like this gut feeling that I got. I was like, I want to go to Target. I feel like I'm gonna find something, and I actually did, which was very interesting. I ended up finding. This is again another 40th anniversary, which is, I love this what they're doing. Again, it's super 90s vibes, 80s and 90s and stuff like that. This is the wacky action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Toilet Taxi, the fastest flusher to fight the foot. I like that with all F's. Fastest flusher to fight the foot. It's a pullback, windback action. It says detachable bull blaster, pulsating plunger, headlights, toilet paper mud flaps. It's just super cool, man. And the cool thing is, this is actually an exclusive. It comes with a Donatello figure. Now, a lot of these, even in the 90s, when these came out, or in the 80s, when there were like these vehicle things, I never seen any of them that came with actual action figures. There could have been that I don't know about. I'm not entirely sure, but this is really cool, man. Again, it's just super, again, 80s, 90s vibe. And the back right there, as you can see, there's Donatello on the toilet taxi. Uh, Playmates is killing it, man. I actually am picking this up. These stuff, it makes me feel like when I was a kid back in the days. Just a rush of just a wave of nostalgia hitting me every time I come across these. Of course, that Turtles logo right there, I love that too. They still kept that, and just everything about it is awesome. Love it. So yeah, that's very, very cool. All right, put that aside over there. Next, before I get into these, I don't want to give these away yet. So I found some Turtles of Grayskull figures, which is very cool. Again, it took me quite a while to track these down. I keep talking to employees, asking people. In this certain situation, what happened was I asked the employee, he went in the back and checked, and then he's all like, he looked up in his phone or whatever their devices are, and he told me that there is none in other locations as well. I don't know if he did that on purpose or he just didn't know the exact information, but I don't take anybody's word, man, until I don't see it with my own eyes. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm not taking your word for it. And especially in that situation, after what happened with that. So I don't know what it is. Sometimes it kind of feels like they're doing this on purpose, or a lot of times they don't even want to like go in the back and check. So I don't know, whatever it is. I'm still gonna find them. I don't care how long it takes. I'm motivated. I'm devoted. I'm gonna find these figures because I want them in my collection. I love it. It's Motu and TMNT. I mean, well, it's one of two of the favorite. Well, not the favorite, but I love both of them. So both together crossed over is just mind blowing to me, which is great. And they're doing a great job with these figures. So what happened in this situation was I went to another Target and knowing, not knowing, I mean, obviously you never know, it's going to be a hit or a miss, but this time I got it. And there was actually the last two, and there was one Tila. So I ended up finding Tila, which is Shell Kicking Warrior Goddess. And obviously she's originally from the Motu series, but yeah, man. And she looks really cool. I like that sword. It's kind of like a Sai looking sword, but a lot larger. It's Sai shaped, but it looks like an actual sword. And she has like the colors is really nice with the kind of like greenish orange. And she has a shield which looks like a shell. And I also got Casey Jones, which is one man weapons wreck. He looks freaking badass, man. Just his mask and his golf bag, and there's a bunch of stuff. He has like this glove that goes on his arm. It's kind of like a I don't know exactly what to call it, but it's like this really cool glove that would go on his arm. He has a sword, a staff, and a hockey stick. There's a bunch of stuff. A hammer, and even an axe. So he's like action packed with weapons. So yeah, guys, got Tila and I also got Casey Jones. Very excited, very thrilled to finally find these figures. And a little bit after that, maybe I would say probably a week or two later, maybe a little bit more. This was the time where I think I found the toilet taxi. Yeah, the turtle figure. So I went to the second location that I usually go to. And when I asked the guy about the first location, about the turtles, he's like, which ones do you specifically want? Blah, blah, blah. And I was asking him like this and that. And the Splinter one, I think, recently came out too on Sunday. So today is actually Monday. And that I'm making this video. So I went to the second location. Boom. I ended up finding Michelangelo, which is the heroic captain of COWABUNGA, and I found Skeletor, which says evil samurai of destruction. So yeah, man. Michelangelo with his He-Man wig. That's pretty hilarious. It looks great, and he has that M instead of the H like the He-Man. So they crossed him over with like He-Man, which is very cool. He has a shell on the back, and yeah, and the comic book. I mean, this is not opened up, but the comic book is kind of like sticking out from the side, which that I don't like very much. I mean, it is sealed. I don't see any loose ends, or that's just the way it was packed in. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, man. Michelangelo's looking pretty cool too, and with his orange, obviously. And at this point, besides Slaker, my favorite has to be Skeletor, I think, man. I don't know what it is. It's just the colors, the green, and they give him that samurai vibe, and he has this like chain thing. I don't want to call it a nunchuck, but it's like chained in the middle, and it's like two on other sides. It's kind of like a nunchuck, I guess, and it has like goat heads at the end. And I want to see what else he has. Oh, he has like a canister of the ooze, it looks like, which is cool. And on the back, he's fighting Donatello. So it's very cool looking, man. As you can see, the colors look amazing. Love it. So, yeah, man. Michelangelo and Skeletor. So I've completed, as far as for like the regular figures, the standard figures, I have wave 1 completed with the deluxe figure with I think it's Mouse or Mousetrap. Also got Slaker, and I got an extra Slaker, which I'm going to show in a minute, in a second. Uh, which that was surprising, and it was on clearance, so I had to pick it up just for a backup because there is going to be a point where I want to get all the deluxe figures, which are Target exclusives that you could build up Metal Bato, and it's an actual figure in itself, which is very cool. So yeah, Michelangelo and Skeletor. Very happy with that. Let me get a quick sip of water. All right. And since we're on that, yeah, this was very surprising. It was the last one, and I had got it. It's in my collection already, but like I said, I do want extras for these because there's a Build-A-Figure with these, and as you can see right there, there's Metal Bato. So there's um, 4 pieces. This is 2 of 4, and the fourth one, I think Splinter came out. The fourth one's gonna be Bop Steady. I think it's basically gonna be like a one body figure with half and half. It's gonna be Bebop and Rocksteady, which is very cool. Looking forward to picking that one up as well. So I got Slaker as well. This was on clearance, so that's really cool. The next thing, let's see. This was very surprising because I had been looking out for these for a very long time as well, and I finally came across them. There was a bunch of them on the shelf, and the second one time after I went, I was like, hopefully they'll be newer figures or different figures because I want to get these, and the packaging just looks amazing, and it's very cool. So I got these Street Fighter Ultra Street Fighter 2 to Final Challengers. I believe this one is player 2 because she's in like a red suit or her uniform, whatever you want to call it. And I got the Chun Li, as you guys can see. So there's a bunch of pretty much every figure or every character, as you can see right there. I wonder if there's all of them as you know that would be really cool. I would really want to get all of them because everyone is different, and I like the variety, and it will just look amazing. I'm gonna put it next to my CRT TV somewhere around that area, make some room for it. So I did get 3. I got Chun Li in the red suit. Let's put that there for a while. I also got Ken in the red gi. He looks really awesome as well. Very cool. As you can see, there's the back right there. And one of my favorite figures besides Ken and Ryu, and just something about the characters and the gis, and it just gives him that, the karate feel to it. And this character is probably my favorite all time character, definitely in my top 3 without question. If I had to pick one, as far as one being my favorite, if I had to choose one, this character has to be it because it's just something about him that he looks cool, and he's very Bruce Lee esque, as you guys know. I'm pretty sure already you know who I'm talking about, and that is Fei Long. Very cool, looks awesome. Uh, a lot of times when I do play Street Fighter, most of the time he's like up there as my character, and he's very like I said, he's very Bruce Lee esque. And I would say a lot of people would say he's like a clone of Bruce Lee. Obviously, Bruce Lee inspired. He looks very spot on, like him. But um, he's Fei Long. Yeah, awesome. Love this packaging with the life bar and the KO thing right there. It has the arcade joysticks and the buttons. It just looks awesome. So yeah, like I said, man, there was a bunch of them, probably like 20 or 30 stacked on the shelf, and I wanted to go back to see if I looked through it like a bunch of other ones. So these are the only 3 that, um, as individual characters, they stood out that I wanted. there wasn't any other ones. I would have wanted like a Ryu one. I definitely want Guile. That would be cool. Balrog, Akuma. I don't know if they have those exactly, but it has their things on the back where there's like a character selection when you're selecting a fighter before you start the game. So I think that will be very cool. Anyway, that was that with the figures. I'm gonna show a few things that I found, very little, but few cool things. Actually picked this up for like $10, um, which caught my eye right away. The guy told me it's brand new, it's never been worn, there was no tags on it or anything, but it is a very cool Toon Squad. I think the brand is called Members Only. I don't think I've ever heard of that before, but it says Members Only on it. So, got that Toon Squad hoodie. It is kind of like, I don't want to say nylon, but it's like a windbreaker or polyester, I think, is the term. But it's like a windbreaker material. Very light, very cool. Space Jam being one of my, favorite movies. Come on. I haven't seen part 2, the second one, and I don't think I would. I'm just not a LeBron fan. I've always been a Michael Jordan fan, but not a LeBron James fan. Never had been. And anyway, that's that. So I found that, and I found a few games, which I finally did came across games in the wild, which I hadn't in a very long time. And in my last video, I know I was kind of like on a rant where I couldn't find these certain figures or I couldn't find these certain video games. And it's not, but it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't like that I was complaining. It just kind of like me venting and just speaking my mind. It is my channel. It's my videos. Whoever likes it, watch it. You don't. That's up to you. Totally up to you. I'm doing this for the fun of it, having fun, and for the people who enjoy it and watch it. Yeah. Anyway, I found these, I think like $5 a piece. I found these two from one seller. So I got a PS3 game, Infamous 2, and I also got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And a different seller, this guy was a reseller, but he actually hooked it up on the prices, gave me a really good deal. He had like higher prices on each game, so I was like, would you take $5 a piece? Because these are pretty much like, regular games. But anyway, I had part 2 of this. Now I got part 1, which surprisingly I didn't have. It's kind of like I would say it is an RPG, action RPG. Kind of like a isometric view, top down. X-Men Legends, very fun game. And I also got, which I had been looking out for this for quite a bit, and that's Jet Li Rise to Honor, which is a very fun, I would say it's an action adventure, but kind of plays like a beat 'em up. It's like a 3D beat 'em up. As far as I've seen, I haven't played it yet, so um, I don't know much about it to talk about it or get into depth, but um, it's it seems like a pretty fun, again, like a beat 'em up thing. So looking forward to playing that. All right, make some room here. I think I'll get to the eBay stuff. Actually, we're up to the eBay stuff, and I also went to a video game event, and that was pretty fun. Found some really cool things, so I'll get to that last. So almost there. I did go to Best Buy just for just to see what's going on, and funny enough, interesting enough that I had seen a video where there was a woman. I remember. I think I talked about this in my last video too. She was talking about like the DVDs and Blu-rays are gone. There's no more, and she has no reason to go back to Best Buy or whatever. Yada yada, and yeah. So as soon as I walked in, I looked. I know on the right side they had the DVDs and Blu-ray section. As soon as I walked in, I looked on the right side right away, and it was gone, man. They cleaned it out, no more. I mean, Target still has like DVDs and Blu-rays, but everything's going like digital, and this physical media is slowly disappearing and just poof, magic gone. And it's kind of sad, but that's the world we live in these days. Everything they're turning more into physical. I mean, less physical media, and everything's going digital. But you know, us as collectors, we obviously and gamers or whatever, or if you're collecting things, you like that physical aspect of it where you're actually holding the thing. Even like DVDs, man, or anything like that. Like movies, I'd rather hold the case, put it in, even if it's a VHS, because it just gives that feel of it. And I don't know. Anyway, so I was in the video game section, and this game caught my eye. It was the last one, and it was a lot cheaper than what it was going on um online actually. And I had this game on the PSP, but not knowing that even if I did play it, it's very Japanesey as far as like dialogue and stuff like that. Eventually, you're gonna get stuck on it and not knowing what you're gonna do. But this is the deluxe edition, and it is the Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. Very fun, fast-paced action RPG, and it is by Falcom, I believe. Yeah, Falcom and NIS. Uh, I would say the best way to describe this is it's kind of like the PSP a little bit. It kind of plays a little bit like E7 on the PSP or the newer Ease games. So things like that. It's a fast-paced, very fun, very colorful action RPG. I would say I highly recommend that. It's a very fun game if you guys are into action RPGs or anything like that. So that's that. Next game I got a another PS4 game, which this was like really cheap, a really good deal, and it actually comes with a full-on map, and the game is Ghost Song. It is a Metroidvania, a map, and the back part is actually a poster. So eventually, I would actually want to frame this and make some room somewhere in my game room and put this on there. So I absolutely love action platformer games, Metroidvanias, as nowadays, or it's been considered as a thing, like a genre of games, which is like obviously plays kind of like a Castlevania, but the aspect of uh, Metroid, where you're backtracking and going to areas where you couldn't before because you need a certain ability or anything like that. But yeah, man, this is currently in my PS4 and I'm playing it. Very fun game. It is very difficult, so you gotta, you know, I did end up dying a lot, but you kind of get the feel of it as you play. Very cool power ups and really things that I wasn't expecting. And overall, the gameplay is very fun. So if you guys are into Metroidvania, another one I recommend. Very fun one. And I'm always looking out for Metroidvanias. It's just something about it. Action RPGs, Metroidvanias, beat 'em ups, the stuff that I like. You know, shooters, shmups, third person shooters, first person shooters. I really enjoy those as well. And another one I picked up, checked out some gameplay footage on this. I was very, I want to say surprised, and I was like, yeah, man, this looks really good. I'm definitely gonna pick this up, and it is a day one edition, still brand new sealed. It comes with a, let's see, the game obviously, a full color 104-page art book filled with illustrations and concept art, original soundtrack on 2 CDs. I love these things, and it's a very sturdy, nice box, which I like. And that game is Trinity Trigger. Uh, Plays like again an action RPG. It seems like from what I saw. As soon as I saw the gameplay footage, I was like, man, I have to get this. And it being brand new sealed, there was a bunch of watchers, and it was the cheapest one on eBay. I think it was like $40, which is definitely worth it with like free shipping. And the game being a good game, obviously, man, I had to pull the trigger on it. Haha. Hence the word trigger in the title. Trinity Trigger, man. Highly, highly recommend this. I haven't played this, but I recommend it. It looks amazing. It plays again like a top-down kind of Zelda-esque action RPG, and it looks great. So definitely looking forward to playing that one as well. Next one, let's speed this up. Got some imports, which is I got some Sega Saturn imports, man. I remember the Sega Saturn. My brother got me for, I think it was like a birthday gift or something like that, or he surprised me. I'm not exactly sure, but I know he got that for me in the original box, beautiful condition, great shape, and it's actually the Japanese one, the gray one. There's also a black and blue one, but anyway, so I got some Sega Saturn games. This is actually Vampire Hunter Dark Stalker's Revenge. So it's the Dark Stalker series, but in Japan, a lot of games, I guess they were like different named, or different regions had different names for it. So I got Vampire Hunter. So yeah, it's Dark Stalker's Revenge, and I love these fighter games, man, especially the Capcom stuff. So that's very cool. This one looked very cool as well. The original English version is quite expensive, so nowadays, if you can, if why not? The Japanese version, I think this was like $20 or less than that with free shipping, and it's in phenomenal condition, very clean. And I believe this is on the other side. Okay, yeah, Galaxy Fight, which looks like a really awesome fighter. Can't wait to play that as well. Another one, man. Finally got. I don't think I have any shmups for my Sega Saturn, and again, this was a great deal too. As far as I know, it's a different name. I think it's the U.S. version. What was it called? I think Galactic, something Galactic, or I don't know, something like that. But yeah, man, got layers section. I might do gameplay footage, play day gameplay, whatever, of this. We'll see. I haven't done those in a while as well. But yeah, layers section, which looks like a top down. It is a vertical shooter shmup. So very cool. And this game, guys, I'm gonna say this is also very nostalgic to me because I remember when I used to work in my area. Well, not in my area, but where I live. When I used to be a jeweler. I was working in the jewelry district, and I would go and take jobs, pick up jobs, and stuff like that. So during my days, there was a lot of walking, a lot of exercise, um, and all that stuff because you're going constantly from here to there. You got to get money, and this person has to pay that blah blah blah. But there was an arcade. This is like in the early 2000s, man, probably mid or earlier, like 2000s, when I first started working there. I remember, and there was an arcade place, and this game was there, Die Hard Arcade, and I would always stop by there, and if I was going in that area, and just drop quarters and start playing this game, man, super fun. Again, I remember playing this all the time in arcades, and I think it's called Dynamite Deca in Japanese, but this is the Die Hard arcade game, and the spiritual successor I think was Dynamite Cop, which is on a uh, Sega Saturn, on the Sega Dreamcast, which plays very similar to this, or I think it is the part two of it, if I'm not mistaken. It could be, if not, it's the successor, spiritual successor, or whatever they call it. But yeah, man, uh, can't wait to pop this in to play this. But Dynamite Deca, basically, it's Die Hard arcade, very fun beat 'em up game, very arcadey. So yeah. Next game, I forgot the name of this, but again, I was supposed to pick up some post-it notes to write these and put it on there so I know what the game is called. But anyway, this is actually a fighter, and I like these Japanese fighters, more import games, PS2. So I picked that up. Got another one which is called Get Backers, and it is a Konami title. This is actually a beat 'em up. This is like 10 or 12 bucks with free shipping. Had to get it. Get Backers, and I don't know if the camera's gonna get that, but it might. There's screenshots of the gameplay footage. It looks like a very wacky, colorful kind of beat 'em up game, but yeah, I don't care what it is. I mean, if it's a beat 'em up, I'm definitely gonna pick it up for the right price, obviously. Another one, which was this was really cool. It came with like a card, and the card wasn't in the pictures that I got it. It was behind a manual, and I usually like to open up the manual and see and what's going on with it, overall the condition and the pictures and whatnot. But yeah, I picked this game up. It's the Law of Ueki or something like that. There's probably more to the title. It's a Bandai title, but it looked like another kind of like, I want to say like a beat 'em up fighter style game. It looked interesting, and again the discs, man, the colors on these things, very cool. Same with this, so it kind of goes with like the manuals uh, and the cover art. So yeah, very nice. And that was that, I think, with the imports. This game, I would say, is I'm still looking out, and I want to get part one of this as well. I still don't have the first one. Part two, it took forever for me to track down, man. I finally found a guy that was selling it, and we went back and forth again with the messages, and I was asking him, and I think, excuse me, I think I ended up getting it for like 20 bucks or less with free shipping, and it looks like a very fun third person shooter. It looks very decent. And this is a game I would say that's way below the radar. I don't see anybody talking about this game at all. Not that I've noticed or came across any channels talking about it. But that is Winback 2 Project Poseidon. Very tic tac copy, very clean. I don't think this has been even played. Like, yeah, the disc is just super tic tac. Mentos. Yeah. Winback 2, Project Poseidon. Definitely going to pick up part 1 as well. Looking out for that. Next one, I think I had this. This could be probably like, I don't know. I have so many PS2 games. This could definitely be a upgrade, but another awesome third-person shooter. PsyOps, The Midgate Conspiracy. Very fun game. Another one I did have, again, I think this is going to be a disc upgrade, which I like to do with manuals and discs, even cover arts. Shining Force Neo, which is a Sega title, and that is, well, Sega as far as like being the publisher, creator, whatever they call that, but obviously a PS2 game. But a very fun top down, again, from what I remember. It's kind of like an action RPG game, very fun. I remember last time part 2 of this I found in a video game event that I went to, which was I think a month or two ago, something like that. So now I have part 1, and that is Disgaea Hour of Darkness. Again, I'm a action RPG guy, turn based. I enjoy as well, like Manakamiya games, or Tonelicos, or the Artelier Iris series and stuff like that, man. I just love RPG games. Just something about it where you like, upgrade yourself and the leveling up, and it's just fun. Everything about it. So I'm getting more into like the tactical stuff as well, just to try it out. If I don't like it, I'll end up using it as trade bait with like other collectors in my area, or you know, just and then I'll get the stuff that I want. But yeah, man, Disgaea, the Hour of Darkness. So now I got part 1 and 2 now, so that's cool. And then this one I had part 2 and 3. I think part 3 I got first, which that's like more difficult to get, and I would say it's more pricier. But I got great deals off of those two off of eBay as well. Again, at this point, man, I'm just getting the stuff that I want, that I'm gonna play and enjoy, and put into my collection. And just looking at my shelves, man, it just puts a big smile on my face. So I love it. So anyway, yeah. Uh, Actually, until I get to that, I got these again for really good deals. Fantasy Star Universe. This one I had in my collection. The manual was missing. It was really beat up. This is a very clean copy. Very peppermint York patty. Fantasy Star Universe Tic Tac. Very clean. And yeah. And Romancing Saga. Again, this was dirt cheap. I had to pick it up. Another one that I did have in my collection. Definitely an upgrade. Very fun. Again, it's turn-based, but I really enjoy this game. I don't know, just something about it. Square Enix games I love, and it's just super fun to play. And I enjoy this quite a bit. Yeah, very fun. I think I even got stuck on that. I might get back into it and play it again one day. But yeah, man. And last of the eBay pickups, I got Atelier Iris Eternal Mana. So I did have part 2 and 3. Now I have the full trilogy. And again, Atelier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. At first I thought it was Atelier, but I think it's Atelier. So I think it's Atelier Iris Eternal Mana. Again, man, beautiful games. The art, the development team, NIS America, man, they do some amazing games. Just the graphics and everything about it, the gameplay is just so beautiful, well made, top tier, top notch games, man. So yeah, one of my favorite series in the RPG genre. And last but definitely not least, guys, this is from the video game event that I went to, which was on Saturday. Again, today is Monday that I'm making this video, and today I will be posting this video for sure. Right after I'm done, I'm going to edit it really quick, give it my little fantastic touches to it. But yeah, anyway, this was the stuff that I got from the video game event. So I got some N64 games, again, label upgrades for sure. Mickey Speedway USA, very fun Mario Kart style racing games. Perfect Dark, which is a first-person shooter. Personally, again, I love 007 GoldenEye on the N64, but I prefer this more. It's just, I think, in my opinion, it's more fun. And 007 GoldenEye is more nostalgic to me, too. Yes, I did play that as a kid all the time, but I don't know what it is about Perfect Dark, man. It's so good. Super fun. So, yeah, glad to get those. Next, I picked this up. These guys, I guess, I don't know what was up with it. There was like 2 or 3 bins, and I noticed a sign where it said buy 2 and get 1 free. So I jumped into the bin. Obviously not literally, but anyway, yeah. I was like digging into the bin and looking for games and stuff, and these popped out right away. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get these for sure. I think I ended up paying like $20 for the 3, which one was like free. And again, these are definitely upgrades, but why not? Crash Nitro Kart, again, a very fun racing Mario Kart style, super fun actually. I really love these racing games as well. Jack 2, which this plays kind of more like I want to say like Grand Theft Auto, kind of with the back and forth and stuff, and you're going on like missions. The first one is more action adventure based, but this, I think there's like a map thing to it too. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. The Jack games are fantastic. They're great. But yeah, so I picked up Jack 2 as well, and I also got Ratchet and Clank Future. What is this? Ratchet and Clank Future. Okay, Tools of Destruction. So yeah, I love the Ratchet and Clank series, man. One of my favorites. Super fun to play. Again, if you're into action adventure style games, you haven't played any of the Ratchet and Clank games, definitely pick these up. There's like 3 or 4 of these on a PS3. I think there's like a handful on the PS2. There could be ports and stuff that I'm not aware of, but uh, really cool stuff. Very fun games. So yeah, got those 3 I think for like $20, something like that. Next, this guy was selling yet a bunch of games. This caught my eye, and I had been looking out for this. I think I might have this in my collection. Again, there's so many games on the shelves. I don't know, but again, this could be a an upgrade. And I do have the PSP games for sure. I know that part 1 and 2. And yeah, Star Ocean, the second story on the PS1, obviously, as you can see. And this is 2 disc based. The manual's in there. The guy hooked it up. He gave me a really great deal. So yeah, Star Ocean for the PS1. Again, another very fun RPG game. I would say a must-have. Next one, I picked these up. I think I had a one. The other one I did not have. I think I do have this again. The manual was really messed up. There was like writing of with like permanent marker on it. It could be a disc upgrade for sure. Oh yeah, another fun beat 'em up style game, RPG again, action RPG I would say, and yeah, that is the Bouncer for the PS2, obviously, and this one I didn't have. I have, I think the first Grandia I have to have. I think I have it in my PS1 collection. Has to be in there. I see Grandia 2 over there. It's difficult to read the PS1 stuff because it's the fonts are a lot smaller and it's higher up shelf. But I do know I have Grandia, and I have Grandia 2. I have Grandia 3 now. So yeah, man, a very clean copy. And the guy that was selling these, he said that he had got from the same collector. And there was like a bunch of games. So I ended up picking these 2, which I wanted to get. Hopefully, if he's there next time and if he has more games, I'll definitely get more. But very clean copy, was obviously well taken care of. Again, the discs are very super tic tac. There's even like the registration thing where it came with back in the days. You could like fill it out and send it to them. But I'm gonna put that in the back. And man, it looks like it was just pulled out from the cellophane or the plastic wrap. Beautifully clean. The manual is just like intact, very clean. And yeah, man. So I got the Bouncer and Grandia 3. So that's very cool. And last but definitely not least, guys, is I was about to leave that event. This thing caught my eye, and you guys know I love my big box games, anything deluxe, limited edition, or stuff like that. And this is still brand new. He had a tag of $60 on it. So I walked up to him straight up. I was like, "Would you take 40 for it?" Just to feel it out what he's gonna say. He's like, well, I don't know. He's like, would you do 45? I was like, yeah, man, cool deal. Uh, and I still haven't played the PS2 games yet. Uh, Again, those are, I would say, not below the radar, but they're not talked about as much as far as like the Art Tonelico games go. And this is Art Tonelico Koga, Nell of RCL. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Overall, there might be like a little dents and stuff on a corner, but it's still sealed, brand new, very sturdy, very cool looking box, as you can see right there. Artonelico Koga, Nell of RCL. So yeah, that's gonna look great. So for $45, man, a PS3 RPG game sealed, and let alone it being like um, I would say this is like I guess a deluxe version of the game. I'm not entirely sure what it is, or a collector's piece, but it does. Let me see. It comes with an art book over 60 minutes of mystifying music, 40 pages of glorious illustration that trace the history of Arton Lico. So yeah, there's some extra stuff in there. There might be stickers as well. I'm not entirely sure from what it looks like, or it's like an art book and uh and a music CD and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that was that, and that was the final thing that I have to show you guys. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.
I'll be back. Hasta la vista, baby.